We're here. We didn't have to cancel this week.
Yay.
Welcome once again to the Forbidden Lands. I'm not going to start it the same way. We have some things to deal with this game. But before we start, I'd like to thank everybody for joining me. I'm here with Matt. Actually, both Matts, but one Matt is Freddy because it's bad to have two Matts in one game. Bad luck, right?
I mean, we've had such a good luck
Tough enough having one
called me
Matt.
Freddy, so.
That's right. How is everybody tonight?
Better now that we get to play.
Great. Yeah, good.
I'm feeling like this is going to be a nice, calm, just, chill game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to just kind of vibing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like always in the Forbidden Lands, like always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Making it nice and easy.
let's see how quickly we can disabuse you all of any hopes that you have whatsoever. All right. So, without too much ado, it is the first quarter of the 9th of Spring Rise feast day. Last time, we've spent a couple of days in the village of Crossing. For anybody who is just joining us, Crossing is a small town that a few years ago had been taken over by bandits, of which one of our party, Umlaut, the orc sorcerer, was one. Everybody had left to go seeking adventure, found some treasure, and maybe it's some terrifying stuff in the world. Came back kind of to the home base to sell off their ill-gotten goods, and it turns out that the town is an absolute clusterfuck. Because look, I only know how to play one kind of game, and it's the one where everything is bad. So there are some religious zealots hiding out in the woods that are apparently summoning demon dogs at night to hunt somebody down.
Yes, it's absolutely them and not the random druid lady who's living there.
Yeah, there's a random druid lady who has been who has asked everybody to escort her to another town for mysterious reasons. Nobody really knows why. There is another group of slave raiders that are poised to attack the town because the local smith has made deals with them because she's tired of dealing with the bandits.
Now, I think Umlaut's the only one that knows about that, right? Or did he bring that up to us?
Yeah, I think Umlaut's the only one that knows.
Okay.
Didn't say anything.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, Arland, the halfling minstrel, as soon as Nissel had brought back the intelligence about the Rust brothers out in the woods summoning the demon dogs, and referred to them as an army, she had bolted like she was gonna run away from town, and then Arland convinced her to stick around. If am I forgetting
That's
anything?
right. No, that was the I think the big final moment was him talking her into staying.
Arland, out of guilt, gave his new leather armor to Nissel.
That's right.
Oh,
I
that's
got
correct.
armor.
And still feels terribly guilty about it.
He also bought me a spear, I think, too, or bought for the repair.
Yep, and I have no money left now.
Yep. Yep.
No, sorry, I have 2 copper, enough to pay the ferryman when I die.
You have two. I don't even think that's enough for another night at the inn. At this point,
we saved it.
Well, yeah. Maybe.
Well, that's right, because
they'll-
it wasn't in. Tornald or somebody paid for this last night.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep,
Tornald.
yep, Tornald did.
Yes, the Wolfkin Druid. So that's where we are. Not a whole lot going on, right?
Nothing to be concerned about at all.
No.
Oh, I do have.
Yes.
This is important. I do have a new pride.
Oh yes, you get because you get to have it back again.
Because every other, basically you get it for one session and then it says "fuck you" and goes away,
Uh,
and you feel horrible every time. No, that's my experience.
Only
100% of the
you.
time.
This
100%
only
of the
happens to
time.
you.
So my pride is it's a very proud pride.
I would hope
Anyway,
so. What is it? What is your pride?
I can prove to myself that I'm not a failure.
Good. That feels spot on.
I love you, Matt.
Because every time I've used my pride, it's failed and gotten the situation worse.
Yes, yes, it has.
Yeah.
Yes, it has. Well, let's see how everything works out in the town of Crossing. Let's get the map over to the village.
And my relationship to Nissel changed. I won't fail Nissel again. I will keep him safe.
Excellent. So we pick up in the morning. You have awoken in the Mug and Druid. I believe. Yes, we are in the first quarter of the day. Umlaut, if I remember correctly, had spent the night basically huddled up in the hallway.
Yep.
Just in case anything, happened. And then didn't somebody bring out like a blanket for him?
I gave him my tiny little cloak.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
The orc is wearing a halfling's cloak for a blanket.
Yeah.
And we compared it to like when you're at a friend's house crashing on the couch and like you just have like a jacket or like a little throw, like the little throw blanket or something. And you're trying to like cover your legs and then you cover up the top and then the legs and then you just keep going back and forth. Yeah.
You curl up and you get maybe most of you under the blanket.
Nobody has any practical experience with trying to sleep with tiny blankets, clearly. So yeah, you awaken on the third day. It's a little chilly this morning. Like it's still spring, but it's still early spring, right? So like every once in a while you'll hit one of those days when the wind picks up and it gets like the last of the fall weather is kind of trying its damnedest to hold on, or not fall but winter. Not to the point where you're going to get the cold condition or anything like that. It's just one of those like ominous cold, right? What is your plan as you all awaken? Do you meet up downstairs? What's the
Nissa would immediately get ready and then start heading out towards where the Rust brothers were.
Oh, you're just like...
Yeah, Nissa would just get up and get ready and be like, he'd do the Rambo sequence, where he's getting
Hey,
decked,
Nissel,
he's getting
Nissel,
set.
Nissel, come back. Come here, Nissel. Do you want the rest of us to come with you to help?
Nissel waits for a second. There was a whole army.
All right, just give us 5 minutes to all wake up and get dressed.
We can't wait that long.
All right, give us 45 seconds then.
45 seconds.
Not to worry, I never get dressed.
Nissel's relationship with him is he's his favorite.
Excuse me, Nissel? Excuse me?
Listen, things stack up in a way that Nissel can't help it. It's just how it lines up.
oh yeah, no, go ahead.
What's the name of the barkeep again?
Torin.
Torin, I will be talking to Torin in a little bit of my showman's voice, bragging us up as we're getting ready to leave, and like, mark my words, Torin, when we come back, those shadow beasts will terrorize this town no more.
Yeah, and like he looks up at you kind of hollow-eyed because Because I guess it's been a day, right? Like that's
Yeah.
long enough for people to get over being absolutely traumatized. Um, yeah, yeah. As you mentioned the shadow wolves, he's like his eyes widen, uh, and he like, you see his hands shake a little bit as he sets down plates of uh, it's like a breakfast hash, right? Like just a mishmash of whatever like vegetables and leftover game from last night, in front of a couple of the local militia.
In my terrible guilt as I see him shaking, I soften my voice a little bit and I say, for real though, we I think we found the cause. We can take care of it. And then I give him my last 2 copper as a tip for the food.
Okay. Uh, yeah, like he's not so traumatized that he won't take your money.
That's a different kind of trauma.
It's a different capitalism poisons everything, even fantasy worlds. So, yeah, uh, he says, well, be be careful, I guess, and don't 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 die of nothing. Uh, eh, eh,
Oh, he likes us a little bit, maybe.
Well,
Or he just doesn't want anyone else to die.
Yeah, he's probably.
yeah, pretty much.
Umlaut, what do you think?
I guess we have to follow the goblin.
Oh, can I have my cloak back?
Oh yeah. He just like tosses it to him.
Thanks. I catch it and I go to put it on. I stop. I just give it a sniff. Okay, and I put it on.
Oh yeah.
I was waiting for Umlaut to be like, I thought this was a gift. untie it disgustedly.
I just imagine how tight it would be around his neck, just like oddly small and tight around his neck, but he's gonna wear it.
Nice. So is your plan to like go out as a group? There's also like as you're packing up to go, because I need to clarify this right now from just so I don't screw anything up. But had you convinced the Raven sister to go with you or to just not flee?
I thought it was to come with us, but I don't remember the specifics.
Okay.
What's her name, by the way, again?
Her name is in my notes. It's a weird name. It's a family
French.
name. It's French.
That's it. That's her name. French.
Irala. Here.
Spell, please.
I will put it in the chat in Foundry.
I think
There
that
it is.
when you had a discussion with her, I think that you agreed. The agreement was to essentially group up with us in a way, but I don't know if she specifically agreed to going on any.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure out.
So I don't know if that specifically was discussed, but I know the discussion was like you stick with us, it's going to be okay type of thing.
Right. Like I feel like that was the intent. I just wanted to clarify, so that I wasn't like making the mistake. That way, if she dies or anything, then it's you making the mistake.
Right.
So yeah, she's like she comes down and she's packed as much as a wandering druid would pack. So she's got basically like a sack of her stuff, kind of slung over her shoulder, and she sees you like in the like waiting downstairs and is like,
Big smile and a wave.
so we're leaving for the Hollows then, yes? And then she looks at your faces. And then looks at the halfling. And is like, I should double think before I make any agreements in the future.
We'll help you out. We just need to take care of the shadow wolves first. Now, when I say we, I kind of point my thumb at Nissel.
He was like at the door. Probably he's eating as he's going to the door because he wanted. Listen, if somebody's gonna make him breakfast,
right. Incidentally,
say no. So he's eating while he's going towards the door.
You are welcome to count that as having eaten for the day.
Ray.
Given your financial circumstances at the moment, it may be your last day at the end. Well, some of you may have more money than the halfling. I don't know. I don't keep.
I think everyone has more money than me.
Probably everyone. Yes.
Yeah. Not known for your fiscal responsibility, there, are you, Arland?
I was gonna have some nice armor, but
he's trying to spend away his guilt.
Nissel's stuffing just a loose fabric in because he's a goblin. He's a bony, frail little gaunt creature. So he's got to wear the halfling leather armor that's got a little bit more. So he's just happily fitting things in, wherever he'll just try and make it snug.
Is that bacon from breakfast you're just sticking? That okay?
He looks back and snarls.
Nice.
Saving it for later, I see.
Cool. Yeah, but Iarala, she's not happy about the idea of going out to meet an army of Rust Brothers who
it's unlikely to be an army. Nissel exaggerates.
She seems very skeptical, but she's already agreed to this very, very clearly reasonable course of action.
Also, Nissel has, on his own, frightened off a sizable force of soldiers before. So,
yeah, she looks over at Nissel and his bacon stuffed leather armor, and she's like, somehow I can't bring myself to not believe you. Yeah, and it's definitely one of those what is it in Skyrim where that your companion's like, I am sworn to carry your burdens.
It's that tone of voice.
Yeah. So what's your plan here?
Nissel, you want to lead us to the guys?
Yeah, the plan is that Nissel's going to take off and follow that same path he took.
Okay.
As carefully as possible. Obviously, he knows it's daytime. His hopes is that since these guys operate at night, that they might be resting in the early morning. So he'll sneak up that path and get as close to them as necessary to be able to spot where they're at and what's going on.
As we're walking, do we want to plan to catch them off their guard? Fake prisoner kind of thing, hey, we found her, and then when they lower their guard, we jump them, or do we just want to try to sneak up on them? Do we want to what do we want to do?
I mean, Nissel definitely just wants to shoot arrows in their faces the moment he gets a chance.
Umlaut, you're a soldier. You've got tactical training, right?
Oh,
maybe we can circle the area.
how about we just get there?
Okay. So
yeah, I guess the first and foremost, Nissa would be looking to spot them so we could get intel.
Right. So you've traveled this before, right? So yeah. I don't think we need to worry about can you find them? The answer is yes, you can find them. You found them before. There's no problem there. I am going to make one quick die roll. It's also not so one hex on the big map it's 10 kilometers, so it's about 6 miles square. This isn't quite like, it's not that far away, right?
It's still in the same hex.
Yeah, yeah, you're traveling around in the same hex. No, I don't. That's not what I want to roll.
Do you want me to like circle around Nissel and like try to talk to him so they're looking at me?
Okay. So it takes a while. It takes a while to travel. Are you trying to sneak up on them?
Yeah, Nissa would be trying to stealth his way up there to be unseen and make sure he can spot them.
Sure. Are you like going up ahead to scout, or is everybody trying to stealth together?
I think that Nissa would prefer if everybody stayed back, but I don't know what the rest of the groups could do necessarily.
Do you want me to come with you, Nissel, to watch your back? The two little ones go up and the two big ones stay back?
Someone please go with Nissel.
Nissel will turn back and say, "No, stay here. If I happen to catch them off guard, I'll take the opportunity I have and you follow up behind me. But if they catch me, you should definitely run."
I'll come with you.
Nissel just turns back around. Okay.
I have to keep you safe, man. That's my relationship with you.
Nissel just thinks to himself, like, you have to keep me safe, which means I have to keep you safe. God damn it.
which is how people die.
Yeah,
Right?
This is how it goes wrong.
Yep.
It's how.
I will.
Do we both need to roll stealth then?
So
Is that a
no, one of you guys need to decide amongst yourselves who is taking the lead and who is helping.
all right? You
I have a agility of 4 and stealth of 1, so I'm rolling 5 dice. What do you roll?
I have a stealth of 0, but my agility is a 5.
So we're both the same. Basically, who wants to earn some willpower points for a push?
I've got 7 willpower already, so you want to?
I'll lead. Yeah. So okay,
That seems really bad.
but I get a bonus die from you. So
I understand.
Things go great when Arlen takes command.
Yeah,
All right.
It just feels a little sketchy to Nissel. Maybe what it is thematically is that Arlen is just overzealous and wants to help so bad.
Yeah,
that he
that's exactly.
gets in front of Nissel.
Yeah, and so I get a modifier of 1 from Nissel. Is that right, Sean?
Yep, that is correct.
Wow. Well, I'm gonna push that. So, what's that look like? I feel like I'm sneaking along, and I think I'm quiet, but I look back at Nissel like, hey, I'm doing a good job, huh? And I can read his face that I'm making way too much noise. So
Right.
I crouch down more, and I try to be even quieter.
God damn it.
Why is it?
Wow.
That was so many dice.
That was
so many dice.
that was a lot of stuff.
That was a
Right
reverse Yahtzee there. Clever.
Cool. So, as you push your way through
So
the forest.
if you fail a stealth, do you know that you failed stealth, or do you think you're doing great and you're just not?
I mean,
I can't try to roll again for the same intent anyway. So,
right. Because you take a point in agility too, right?
yeah,
So,
I rolled my ankle or something.
yeah, I think so. The land around here, it's not like super dense dark forests, right? but it's it's a pretty heavily wooded area. And
Wait, Sean, real quick, wait.
Yeah.
I can prove to myself I'm not a failure. I'm going to activate my pride already.
Burst. Okay.
Oh, God.
I don't understand. Oh wait, it's Matt rolling.
I
have a over 50% chance to succeed at that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get an XP at least.
Yeah. Yes, you are. I'm sorry. I'm trying to calm down so I can frame this scene for you.
All right. Super serious, guys.
Super serious. So it's you and Nissel up front. Everybody else is kind of hanging back. And you've been following the path that Nissel had led you, and then at some point you have to like switch so that you can take the lead in the stealth, right?
Yeah.
As you get closer, and you're trying to like move around the terrain to like get the drop on these guys, and you can see like you can smell the cook fires before.
It smells good.
Yeah. There's like you can there's a distinct smell of meat being roasted over the fire, and you can see like some wispy smoke like just kind of creating haze around, so you're close, right? And you have to like shift off the trail to find a better way, only it's all rocky terrain, and there's just a like you kind of round what you think is just going to be a rock, and then it drops off like an extra 3 feet on the other side that you just didn't see coming. And like
that's as tall as I am.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it's like it's just real loud when you like slip and go like scraping down the side of this rock into like the little dip at the base of it. That's how you take your
I like to think like
agility.
literally moments before that I look at Nissel with this serious face. I'm like, don't worry, I'm not going to fail you again.
Awesome. So while the like as that happens, while like what do you do, Nissel? When Arlen goes slipping and sliding down the back.
There's probably a good moment where Nissel, when Arlen takes lead, that Nissel removes his bow and notches an arrow and thinks, this is it. He's gonna get his revenge. And right as that arrow sets on the string, Arlen goes tumbling head over heels. And Nissel's eyes would go wide, and he'd probably stand straight up for a second, and then he'd hit belly first on the ground as quickly as possible.
Right. So you're like hitting the ground. Arlen, you're kind of I wouldn't say in a heap. It's not like you fell and you're a complete idiot, right? Like you just didn't see this drop off. All of that would be real bad enough. But when you hear the voice say, well, what have we got here? A couple of short folks skulking around our campsite, huh? And Nissel, you're like belly down on the ground, and you look up, and this haggard-looking dude in like ochre and red robes, with a sword strapped to his side, is like standing kind of up on not the rock you fell down, but like one of the other like nearby rocks. There's like trees and like tree roots that have grown up around it. And he's just kind of like like standing and doing that thing where he's got like one boot up and he's just kind of like resting on his knee, because he heard you all coming a ways ago, and yeah, you find yourselves at something of a disadvantage.
Is it just him?
It's the only one you see.
Okay. I'll say, I'll stand up brushing myself off, and I was like, "Oh, Nissel, you're right. They are here. Hey, I heard you were looking for a druid lady." Immediately gonna try to throw him off guard with this. I don't know.
Nice. I am going to drop everybody on to the scene. We are not in combat yet. I'm just putting these here so that everybody has access to everything.
Is that a mask or his ugly fucking face?
No, that is a.
Or that's just a representation of a Rust brother.
Yes. Yeah. They tend to wear like rusty armor and there's like old chains and shit that they just wear as like decoration.
More like the Tetanus Brothers.
Pretty much. So there is the 4 of you, and yeah, I guess I need.
I turn to Umlaut. They may need our assistance soon.
Yeah. How far back are the other 3 of you? So it's Tornald and Umlaut, and
What's your name?
yeah,
Urala.
I should know that. I made the character, but
Yes.
yeah.
You should. So, do we see anyone else? Do we see anything, or do we see Arlen take a tumble?
So, like, you were all kind of held back. Were you like following after them at a distance, or what? Like,
yeah, I wanted to, keep eyeballs on them at least.
Okay. So yeah, I think the 3 of you are a little ways away from them, but you weren't really in the stealth conflict. So like I'm kind of trying to keep actually they're all in the same range, these 3. Yeah, like you hear the tumble probably more than you can actually see it because there's foliage and shit in the way. So it's, you're creeping through, and then you hear like the clatter of the halfling falling. Hey, Arland.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Did you bring your gear with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when the halfling and his cooking gear. Yeah. Yeah. You know things have gone wrong when all of the birds fly away, right? Like sudden loud noises. And then there's that moment of silence immediately afterwards, and then you hear a third voice, like mocking your companion. So what are you gonna do?
It looks like only one has seen us so far. We can't let him report back.
We need to get close enough.
We need to take him out quick.
I've got some stuff so you can distract him or get him. I can flank and get him as well.
So Umlaut is operating under the assumption that there is in fact an army, and we've only been found by one dude,
right?
Yes.
So
I mean, I have no reason to believe otherwise as well.
Yeah, so
Why would you?
I don't know this Nissel character. I'm like, he's kind of quirky, but okay, whatever.
yeah, so we got to strike quick before this guy reports back and we have a whole army to deal with.
All right.
Cool. So like, do you want to like try and rush him or
I think so.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like bolt after him?
I'll go to the left if you want
Yeah,
to go straight on.
Yep.
Okay.
He starts making fun of our short folk, and then out of the woods come a wolfkin and an orc.
Yeah,
Campaign
that's,
against bullying now.
That's right. That's right. Pick on somebody your own size. Yeah. I think the best way to handle this, because like if you're like barreling out of the woods, it's not like there's going to be any subtlety here, right?
Yeah.
The conflict is not, does he notice you? I feel like this is a versus, like a versus move,
Way to bust out the burning wheel term, starting with verses.
right? Yeah. Side note, I had a friend of mine just be like, if you're running Forbidden Lands correctly, it is indistinguishable from running Torchbearer. And I was like, oh wait, no, I totally run this game like I run Torchbearer. Yeah,
I'm starting to see the resemblance for sure.
Yeah. You mean oh my God, how can it get any worse? Oh,
That's
that.
how.
You had to ask.
You had to ask.
Oh, Jorm went and woke up a slime out of a perfectly fine, quiet place where it was sleeping.
Never gonna let Matt live that down, are you?
Well, then
Damn
he
it.
killed.
Damn it, Jorm.
Matt escalated from Jorm to then just killing my mount. So technically, he's gotten better because I'm still alive. Nissel's still around.
I start the problem and I survive somehow, but the others suffer.
Makes a great story.
All
Awesome.
right.
All right.
So move.
Yeah. So who's taking the lead on this one?
I think because Umlaut is the big scary orc with a sword, I'm going to follow his lead and try to. I mean, I'm obviously not going to be sneaky, but I'm not going to be the one that goes for the loud attention.
I mostly wanted to see who was rolling and who was helping. Here, it sounds like Umlaut is rolling and
Yeah, I can help you out.
Yeah.
Umlaut.
All right.
Cool. So that will give you a die.
Not feeling great about that.
Yeah.
2 dice though, trying to get a 6 on 2 dice.
I'll take it.
I got nothing.
There you go.
So
Drop
which means really I don't know why this is here. Weird. That I think the two of you, like everybody's kind of in like at close range, or arm's reach, by the time that this goes down. I think Urala is probably picking up the rear. She is not a like let me go and punch things kind of person. She's a druid, and frankly, her real skill is in healing. So
We'll make
She
use of it.
reverse
Don't
heal
worry.
him.
Reverse heal.
no, she relies on those of you that have swords to do that.
Unheal. Okay.
Unheal. An unhealing potion is really just a large chunk of metal.
I cast unheal on him with my sword.
It's the best magic wand ever. So let's do this. Let's get some initiative going here. And then I have to go deal with my child because I can hear YouTube going very loudly, and it is 8:30, which makes it his bedtime. So I am going to go ahead, reset the initiative deck. I'm going to.
So initiative's random, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it has a card between 1 and 10.
So who are you starting with as you go down the deck?
So I just pulled for the Rust brother. He got a 2.
Okay.
Tornald. You don't have a talent that gives you multiple pulls, right? There's a couple. I think at least one talent that
There's one at least that gives you 2 cards.
that does that. I think you would know.
I don't think I have that.
Like lightning quick or lightning fast or something.
3 is what you got.
Yeah.
Boy.
Nissel,
Best number ever.
a 4.
Okay.
Arland with a 10.
Well, makes sense. Stuck under all of his cooking gear.
Oh, and Umlaut gets a 1.
Ow.
Alright.
So we're looking at
Here's a
Umlaut.
quick
The rest,
question.
yeah.
Umlaut, if you want to trade with me, I can start with the shout and give everyone a bonus to hit.
But then I have to wait till 10 to murder this guy.
That's fair. It's up. I mean,
The
it's up to
upside
you.
is
That
You'll have a better
everybody
chance of
can
murdering. Yeah.
everybody can murder
Then we'll all
better.
have better strength.
All right, fine. I'll trade.
Does Larala get a card?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about her.
Forgot about Dre.
Urala gets
Urala
an 8.
just hangs back.
Luckily, I
Urologist.
think I set it up so now I can shoot and draw a weapon without spending any action.
All right. So,
So what kind of healing does Urala do?
Just for future, purposes, so we know how messed up we get. We're gonna be okay.
I mean, she recovered your slit throat.
Well,
That's
I'm
right.
just
She
saying,
didn't fix a giant cut throat that I would have died from in the next couple rounds.
that-
Also-
she seems like she might be specialized in groin injuries.
Also, I think Tornald could technically do that if he wanted.
Oh, could he?
Yeah, I can do healing.
Fantastic.
yeah. Well, and also, I don't know if you caught this in the rules, Freddie, but if you're ever feeling desperate, you are allowed to cast a spell that is 1 rank higher than what you
Oh
actually have.
yes, yes, I've heard about this.
Yeah. You're,
Yeah.
How many
really good idea.
how many
Yes.
ranks in healing do you have?
I have rank 1 in 3 different healing spells.
Oh, cool.
Well, you just get rank 1 in Path of Healing, and you can do all the healing spells
Yeah,
that are
yeah.
rank 1. Yeah.
Path of Healing, I have rank 1.
So you can cast it at rank 2 and automatically roll in the mishap table to cure critical injuries if you need to.
it's
Listen, it's just one dude. It's just one dude.
how bad could it
Technically,
be?
there should be more.
No one else is hiding because they heard me coming, so that's fair.
It's true. It's true. All right. So we're gonna take a short break here, and then we will come back and we will see how this whole deal with the Rust brothers shakes out. Stick around. We will be right back.